Hey guys, I hope that you will enjoy this video. It'll be a DIY about me making Vanellope skirt. And then I will also do her other parts of her outfit. But you have to subscribe so that you'll be notified when those videos do come out. I'm also going to be trying something new. I decided that I wanted to do a kind of voiceover for this video, so my voice sounds a little bit weird on the microphone and I don't like hearing it, but yeah, trying something new for the first time. Don't forget to leave a like on this one and comment if you want to, just letting me know any other types of videos that you'd like to see. And yeah, enjoy the video. And pause this video, you can gather these 3 measurements and then we'll continue. First, we're going to identify which way the fabric stretches. This is a 2-way fabric, so it will stretch one way, and then it will be stiff the other way. You're going to want to wrap the stretchy part around your waist. Now we're going to take the measurements that we've gathered from before. These would be the waist length measurements, and we'll create 3 rectangles of the same measurements, and you'll need to do that per each layer that you have for this skirt. Now we'll cut along the lines that we've drawn, and once you're done, you can go ahead and separate those into the 2 different piles just based on the length of the skirt for the layer that they're on. Now we're going to lay the pieces flat and pin along each side. We will sew along the pins and then it will become one continuous piece. So this should initially be 3 times your waist size. Once it's been sewed, we're going to first mark off the seam allowance. I usually use about ½ an inch, and then from there we will measure every 3 inches all the way until the end. How to explain this next part, but I will link a video that I made that explains it a lot better. What we're doing here is creating the box pleat, and by that we bring one line to the previous line, and then from there we will create the box pleat. So it's kind of like an in and out effect, but again, the link describes it a lot better. So now we're going to sew along this line, and don't forget to do this for both of the layers. Using a zigzag stitch. Now that we've sewn the 2 layers together, you can kind of gauge if you need to cut off some excess fabric like I do, or if you need to change the length of it. I cut off a little bit, just a straight line down the side, and now it fits relatively well. So here I'm measuring it out for the waist. Because the fabric is going to be stretchy and it's going to have somewhat of an elastic waist, you can make it slightly shorter. For mine, I cut off about 3 to 5 inches off of my waist, just so that it would be a more snug fit. The width of the waistband is going to be about 6 inches. We're going to use it as kind of a bias tape when we attach it to the skirt. We're going to take the waistband and pin it in 4 different parts, and then we will do the same thing for the skirt. This is just so that we can match it up while it stretches, and then while we sew it, you kind of want to stretch it as you go, just so that it will maintain that elasticity. Kind of gave up halfway throughout this process. It got a little tedious, so I ended up just putting them together already prior to sewing, and then it was a little bit easier to stretch as I went along. Flip the skirt inside out, put the 2 right sides together, and then we're going to pin along this line and sew a zigzag stitch. You can hem the layers if you want to, but I decided to use this ribbon as a bias tape, and I think it gave it a little bit more definition to the skirt.